Oop, here we go. Let's see. How are we on volume? There we. Let's see. Okay, yep, volume's good. Good evening, everyone. Merry Christmas. I hope you have had a great day. You got time to spend with your family and got to just relax. Um, Mine's been pretty good. So nothing too major. At least I'm home for the at least I'm able to be home with my folks and whatnot and go back. Hey, memes, Merry Christmas. Hope your Christmas was really good, man. Let's see. There we go. Oh, before we start that though. Okay. Um yeah. Sorry I wasn't able to stream last weekend because just and then I had to be I had to work last Sunday and then I just got home Christmas Eve after or evening and not gonna lie, I'm genuinely just thinking about just stepping out of the trucking industry. This is just too much and I just don't have time for myself anymore and I'm just genuinely can't do it anymore. I mean, the money's nice, but fuck me, like what's even the point? It's good to hear everything's good on your end. Let's see. Um, yeah. So yeah, tonight I think we're just gonna continue working more on the Black Souls timeline. Um, and maybe watch some videos and just chill. So, um, I just wanted to showcase this first. I am a huge Yu-Gi-Oh nut, like the original series and whatnot. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to be sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Um, well, I genuinely thought I was gonna be bringing home a four-figure paycheck because of how hard I busted my ass that 1 week, and then I thought all the taxes and stuff were deducted from when I was looking on my company's website from the pay estimator, and then it wasn't even $800 when I thought I was supposed to get over 1,000. You don't you don't hate taxes enough. You don't hate taxes enough. Like, what's even the point? I was beyond disappointed. But it's like I understand why people just quiet quit now. I genuinely understand why. That's how your post shammed you so hard. I know. Especially when all our taxes go to pay fucking pedophiles. Yeah, it's fucking infuriating. I understand why people quiet quit now and just do the bare minimum. And it's not because it's not worth it. It's just genuinely not worth busting your ass if you're not going to be paid worth your for the effort you put in. It's infuriating. I'd rather just go back to at least when I was washing dishes. At least I basically was surrounded by people that was basically like a second family to me, and I was able to have time for myself at the end of the day. It's it's just whatever. Let's get off that shit. Um, I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh nut, like the of the original series and whatnot. And I don't know you if I bust my ass, my paycheck should reflect it exactly. Yes. Um, you've probably seen this going around on Twitter, but they've added a Tem to Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Let me see. Is this capturing properly? Yes, it is. Look at this! It's making the rounds. It has. The attention and love to detail and love that went into this is absolutely incredible. It almost makes me want to get this game now, and I'm not a fighting game nut. And this is the mod maker right here. This is his official debut video of it. And the combos are legit. It works so well. You see all the, there's Karibo, basically as like a bounce back or like a parry. Looks like. It's so good. I'm deadass. I've never touched Fighter Z, and I just want to. But yeah. Black Magician Girl, Black Burning Attack, Obnoxious Celtic Guardian, Gaia the Swift Knight, Curse of Dragon, that's an OG. Wait, what was that? Hang on, I didn't catch that one. It's like a... Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0! You know what that is? I didn't catch that the first time. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. Where is it? I know exactly what episode that's from, too. Shit. Where? No, not the opening. We don't want the opening. Just full episodes on here? That's great. It's this! Episode 7! This is like the whole this is the Tamagotchi episode. That's what it's from. Let me see. Where is it? I think it was at the end. More so. Yeah, here. Let me skip around here so we kind of avoid the... There we go, yeah. Yeah, it's... Come on. Come on. There, yep, right there. That's it. That's what it's from. Right there. I didn't catch that the first time. That's incredible. This is... Season 0 is from, like, directly from the manga. And the manga of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually a lot more darker and actually, like, a lot more adult when the anime really kind of toned it down. But yeah, that's what that's from. That is incredible. I didn't notice that at first because it happened so quick. Summon Skull is there. Thousand Knives. Swords of Revealing Light! And it actually traps them. I think that was Tornado Duster. Or I forgot the trap card, exactly what it was. Mirror Force! Call it Manga Yami Jigsaw. Yeah! And your opponent can destroy trap cards, so it's balanced. There we go! The moment. Berserker Soul! Yes! Yes! Monster Cardo! Draw! Monster Cardo! And the additional attention to detail here is that was 7 draws, which is in the actual real life version of Berserker Soul, which is actually a pretty decent anime adaptation of the card in the actual card game. You can only do that up to 7 times, but it's not having your monster attack again with their same exact attack points. It's only for an extra 500 damage in their actual card game. But 7 times is also the same amount of times that Atem had his justified crash out against Haga after he tricked into thinking he destroyed Yugi's soul. He hit him 7 extra times with a Magic Breaker. So that is absolutely incredible attention to detail. And it can fail too, apparently, in this mod. Like, you can actually miss drawing a monster card, so it's not completely busted. So good. Osiris. So good. And ultimate. So good. I just have the biggest dumb smile on my face. So good. I do want to get this game now just for this mod. It's crazy. And apparently he's also the same one that made Dio. So this mod maker is really, really good. Oh man, so good. Let's see. What else was I gonna say? Come on. I just got this. It just makes me incredibly happy seeing that. Oh man. But yeah, I'm a huge original Yu-Gi-Oh nut. And that just made my day seeing this mod. Okay. Let's see. Right, I kind of figured out how to do this. Okay. Would it be better to or would it be better to do a screen capture? Gosh, I don't even know anymore. Or what if I crop this to the point? How am I going to do this, I wonder? This feels weird, doing it like this. Just want to try and make it smaller, but readable at the same time. God, I don't even know if I can do it like that. Now it's too small. Crap. How am I going to do this? Just undo everything. Oh, let's see. Am I into Mega Man, perchance? Are you looking forward to the new game? Is it totally unrelated, but the things you were talking about previously? I hear you. Mega Man's cool, but I'm not really looking forward to any new games. I like playing the old games. Um, I don't really have any thoughts on it. Actually, I don't even think I've seen anything what's come up with the new game. I didn't even know there was a new game coming out. Mega Man's resurgence is such a breath of fresh air. Oh yeah, it makes me happy for Mega Man. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Where did we last leave off? It was about a week and a half ago. Yeah, we finished off talking about writing down all the the breeding program with the crawling chaos and Nodens. Mary Suit of their divinity. We're just gonna lower time, yes. I think it's important that we get Red Hood and her predicament. Oh, what did I do with... Oh, right. I'm gonna have to swap between that. It's gonna be annoying. I need to figure out a better way to set this up to make all this readable. Let's see. Because Red Hood is an extremely important part of the story here that we need to figure out where she fits in. Alright, so we're gonna figure this out real quick. Let's... Would it just be better if I do a display capture? Would this work? Oh. There we go. Display capture and then fit. It's above me. Whoops. Okay. We'll do this for now, just to kind of... Let's see. You go ahead and get started. I'm going to grab some snacks real quick. Okay. Alright. Yeah, we got to figure... Okay, so Red Hood was created indeed by Mary Sue. So, was this before or after Grimm? This might even be before she even got her hands on Grimm. And how we're going to figure that out is we need to... Let's see. Little Red Riding Hood. Came from Brothers Grimm, correct? By Charles Perrault. The Big Bad Wolf. Children's Fairy Tale. It's not from Brothers Grimm? Brothers Grimm. Railroad Riding Hood. Is it from Red Rail? Oh, it is. It is. It is Brothers Grimm. Tales from the Brothers Grimm. Let's see. That's just a double check. Little Red Riding Hood. Author. Charles in 1680. Holy! That is incredibly long ago. Popularized by Brothers Grimm. And their 19th century collection, the Children's and Household Tales. Perrault's version is known for its darker ending where the wolf eats the girl, highlighting the moral about strangers, while Grimm added the woodsman for a happier... Oh, wow. That's... Okay. We have another candidate, too, for the souls that compose of Grimm, too, then. We have a possible candidate right here. Charles Perrault. Let's make note of this. let's make absolute fucking note of this. Let's see. Let's see. Confirmed, theorized. Let's put this under theorized. H.P. Lovecraft, Charles Perrault. Charles Perrault is now a new theorized soul that could be composing Grimm. Charles Perrault being the original author of Little Red Riding Hood. That is fascinating. And it was written in 1697. Good Lord. And Brothers Grimm in the 19th century was retold. That's really cool. Okay. Fascinating. I learned something new today. What am I doing here? Okay. Right. So we need to figure out... Leaf seems to lean more towards Brothers Grimm. But Perrault could be in there too, since he's the original. But maybe Leaf took a little bit of issue with Brothers Grimm giving Red Hood a happier ending. Maybe she took issue with it and made her life a living hell. Let's see. Red Hood's ending. Black Souls, Red Hood's Woods. Lore. Kidnapped by Mary Sue and fused with a fairy tale. She was then trapped in Red Hood's Woods and forced into a terrible scenario. After her parents died, she was taken in by her grandparents. Grandpa in Memory 1 scene. Your parents died and yeah, I took you in. Gotta put more gratitude into your service, eh? That's one of the H scenes. Sounds like Leaf, yep. Oh, did you overhear the discovery I made? Charles Perrault being the original author of Little Red Riding Hood in 1697. So he actually could be another theorized soul that composes of Grimm. But it was the Brothers Grimm that gave Red Riding Hood a happier ending in the 19th century, by including the Woodsman for the happier resolution. So I jotted Charles Perrault down as a potential theorized soul for Grimm. I did not know Little Red Riding Hood was this old. 1697. That is unbelievably... Good Lord. Can't get over that. Alright. So Leaf... As I said, Leaf probably took Brothers Grimm version. I had no idea that was a thing. Yeah. So we both learned something new. Let's see. Let's see. As I was saying, Leaf probably took the Brothers Grimm version of Little Red Riding Hood. After parents died, However, she was mercilessly raped by her grandfather behind her grandmother's back while she knew. Gotta be one of the older... Yeah. It's like a granddaddy of like granddaddies when it comes to fairy tales. No, these are not actually her real grandparents. Yeah. But simply part of a scenario Mary Sue created. Red Hood's Woods, Poro, to Red Hood before the final fight. Red Hood, do not be crushed by self-denial. She isn't your real grandmother. After giving up being saved, she killed him and fed him to Poro. Wolf, who she unconsciously conjured to help... Wait, she unconsciously did it? Item description: smeared in blood, hood, created wolf, fantasy. What number does that make her? What number does that make her? Wait a minute. Number 4. Fairy Tale. Is this from Black Souls 1? The Black Souls... Yeah, it's gotta be. Wait. Yeah, because you can't get her... It has to be because you can't get her Fairy Tale in Black Souls 2. Got a question, and this may just me be forgetting. Okay. Yeah, this is from Black Souls 1. But how did Red Hood know there was a mastermind in Red Hood's woods? That's a good question. Maybe we'll find out. Let's see. Tragically, she was caught by her grandmother, who fled the scene and died after falling in a river. Wait a minute. Wait, I didn't catch this part. She died? And died after falling in a river. Red Hood's memories were erased after this event, likely by Mary Sue herself. After undergoing a journey through nearby lands, Red Hood recovers the memory of the events mentioned above. Remarkably, she realizes the world she's living in is fake. Number 6. Red Hood after fighting Poro. That's not true. I came because I wanted to protect you, but it looked like you forgot, and I didn't know how to break it to you. You may have noticed, but this isn't the reality. Yeah, that was in Red Hood's woods. After defeating her grandmother, which is Elizabeth Bathory, Red Hood appears to reunite with Poro in the outside world, but this is likely simply an illusion. Her grandmother being still alive is probably due to Mary Sue's powers. Yeah. Yeah, Mary Sue probably just simply brought her back just for one final fight with her before the world basically ended, and she gets put back into the events of Black Souls 1. Then during the Lost Empire arc, defeating her grandmother did not free Red Hood from Mary Sue's influence. She was used as a heroine in the Lost Empire in the role of a prostitute. She shows awareness of the true nature of the garden before being killed. Right after accepting her death, Poro, you and I, we don't exist. Oh, damn. She's fully aware. Did Leaf just decide it was funny to give her precognition to that degree? Probably. We all know Leaf. She's sick and twisted. And during her ending, going as so far as to depart to kill Mary Sue. She's aware of the mastermind, so she sets out to kill Mary Sue in her ending in Black Souls 1. Like the others, her memory was wiped to having her play her part, but it seems it wasn't completely successful. Her fairy tale's description is particularly strange, almost as if some parts were hidden. It might suggest that this is the result of countless trial and errors of Mary Sue. Interestingly, it seems to suggest that Poro was conjured by her. It's not clear if this is an exceptional feat, but it's certainly unique that it reminds of the power of creation. The fairy tale specifically says created. Yeah, her fairy tale item description. Baphomet seems to be particularly interested in her nature. Oh, is this when you summon her during her fight in Black Souls 1? I don't know you. What kind of person are you? Who are you? I don't remember that. Wait, did we summon... I think I did summon Red Hood in Baphomet's fight, didn't I? You know what? Let's go double check. Let's go double check real quick. Playlist. Black Souls 1. Let's go double check real quick. We're at the end here. at the very start of the fight. There it is. Right there. Meet that. I'm very positive we saw... Yeah, there it is, Red Hood. Summon her. Miranda, I think I summoned Red Hood. Come on. Red Hood, there it is. Come on, summon her. What are you doing, Rin? What are you doing past Rin? Come on. There she is. Let's take a look at what lies inside her. Wait, that's not... Huh? Wait a minute, that's not what... Let's take a look at what lies inside... That's a weird... description. That's not what it said. Where... Baphomet seems to be interested in her nature. She doesn't seem to be interested in other heroines. So, interested in her nature. Where? It's not during her fight? That's first phase. Maybe... Hang on. Maybe... Does she say something at 50%? Maybe? Let's see. Maybe I'm giving up too early here. Go through this again. Do they say any more dialogue? I don't think so. There's no more. I'm just spitballing. Can't find anything. Yeah. Yeah, there's no other dialogue. That's interesting. Weird. Okay. So that's a little up in the air then. She doesn't seem to be interested in other heroines as well. So it shouldn't be attributed to her being a fairy tale character. I genuinely don't know what that's from then. Huh. Maybe I'll have to do a little bit more deep diving. Am I gonna have to launch up Black Souls 1 again just to find that dialogue? Both Jabberwock and Red Hood claim to give Grim a mark. What does that mean? Beach of Grief. Red Hood after being raped twice. It's a kind of marking. Don't misunderstand it in some weird way. Carol River. Jabberwock after raping Grim. We haven't been found out yet, have we? So we still have time, right? Until she comes, Big Sis will be carving her mark deep into your body. It's not clear if this has any lore relevance. It's probably just a... Yeah, because Red Hood can kiss you. And you were marked. Maybe it does have some lore relevance then. Which isn't even required for any ending. Yeah. Many of Red Hood's in-battle special dialogues in Black Souls 1s are references to Red Hood's wits. Yeah, I knew that. Among them, she asks if drinking dragon's blood would grant undeath while fighting against Hellkaiser Drake. It's not clear if this is relevant to the lore, but it might shed some light on how exactly Grim became an undead. Does drinking dragon blood grant undeath? Interesting. Red Hood and Leaf are the only companions who cannot be imprisoned in any game. In Black Souls, Red Hood kills herself before the player can imprison her. Yeah, and that's hard to watch, dude. It's like she'll slit her throat before you can take her captive. That's insanely brutal. In Black Souls 2, she allows the player to use her body, but is noticeably cold and unhappy throughout the scene. Yeah, she's just a kudre. She's a kudre through and through, just completely emotionally dead. And I mean, considering what she went through in her past, I would be too. It's understandable why she's a kudre. She has to be emotionally dead. Which is why she deserves the best ending for all the suffering she's gone through. But anyway, back to where we need to put her in the timeline. Let's see. It definitely would have to have been before Leaf takes Lewis Carroll then. Horrified. This is right. Brothers Grimm. Brothers Grimm. Go back. Put that one. There it is. All right. So when did Brothers Grimm republish Little Red Riding Hood? Brothers Grimm, Little Red Riding Hood. When was that published? What year? 19th century. Origin date. 1812. Oh, it was retold in 1812. The Brothers Grimm version. 1812. And this is a little bit older than Lewis Carroll. I can see Mary Sue unironically making a tier list of her favorite authors, just fawning over Brothers Grimm. Yeah. All right. Now. All right. Lewis Carroll, born January 27th, 1832. 1832. But when did he publish? Okay, so we have 1832 is his birth. He published Alice in Wonderland. It was being published 1865. Okay, so this was like several decades after Red Riding Hood. And Leaf took Lewis Carroll. Handwritten illustration. Edith Liddell dies. Marries Reginald Hargreaves, 1880. The Beach of Grief memory. Alice invites Carroll to a Christmas party around 1930 to 1932. Carroll is taken by Mary Sue. Alice Hargreaves, and then he runs off. He makes his plea to be heard. Leaf hears him and takes him. A disgusting high-pitched voice pierces my head. Grimm is created by Mary Sue, composed of many different souls of different great authors. So yeah, the Leaf or not, Little Red Riding Hood definitely was created before this. So it would be before the Beach of Grief memory. Elsa Dill publishes her memoirs in 1932. 1880. So yeah, like even like Jabberwock's fuckery with Leaf would even have to be like well before then too, maybe even before Lewis Carroll was even born. 1697. There's just no way to accurately pinpoint it. You can only guess. Where could we put this then? When would be a good place to put Red Hood's creation by Leaf, by Mary Sue? In the timeline, how far back is Red Hood's Woods to Black Souls 1? I'm trying to gauge if Red Hood was just Leaf experimenting. That genuinely could be the case, too. Because remember, she was basically reused as a prostitute for the Lost Empire. So she was a carryover from Mary Sue just experimenting. That could be it. And we're assuming that she took inspiration from Brothers Grimm version. God, there's genuinely no way to accurately pinpoint this. Because you could easily say that it was written anywhere from 1697 all the way to, when was it, like, shit, to 1812. It could have been between any of these years, or maybe a little bit afterwards, because she would have happened to taken the soul of the original author and the Brothers Grimm. When did the Brothers Grimm die? Brothers Grimm death dates. Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. Wilhelm passed away on December 16th, 1859, at age 75, and Jacob dying 4 years later, September 20th, 1863, at 78. Okay, so between, I'm just gonna just to have these written down as like notes. Let's do this real quick. So we're just gonna write this down. 1863. And then before the Red Riding Hood, Charles Perrault. When did Charles Perrault die? What was his birth and death date? Charles Perrault. Mary Sue makes way too many references to pop culture in more recent times. That's true, because I remember you talking about her bringing up like Jenga. Yeah, I remember that. Jenga, tic-tac-toe, perms, etc. That's true. And then again, she may have just plucked these souls out of the void, or just out of thin air too. Like she may not have actually been there when they died. Well, except for like Lewis Carroll, perhaps. Let's see, born 1628 to 1703. Oh man. 1703. 1703. Okay, so we have the death dates of Charles Perrault and the Brothers Grimm, like the last brother that died anyway. Written down. Man, I'm scatterbrained tonight. Like this is getting really hard to do. Okay. Think, Rin. How are we gonna make sense of this? How are we gonna make sense of this? Okay. What we could do though is just start writing down the events as they happen. So how are we gonna start here? Probably not helping. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're actually providing a lot more help than you realize. Let's see. Mary Sue creates Red Hood. Let me zoom in so we can Word document. There we go. Creates Red Hood. Go back to her lore segment here. Black Souls lore. Kidnapped by Mary Sue, infused with a fairy tale, then trapped in Red Hood's woods, forced into a terrible scenario. After her parents died, she was taken by her grandparents. Creates Red Hood and the events of Red Hood's woods. Next. Her parents die. Her parents die and taken in by her grandparents. Or, well, they're not, they're her real grandparents. Let's confirm that. Let's see. However, she would be merciful. Let's see. We're taken in by her grandparents. And see, well, your parents got. Okay, yep. That was when her grandfather was forcing her to give head. I remember that. However, she would be mercilessly raped by her grandfather behind her grandmother's back, knowing that these were not actually her real grandparents, but simply a part of the scenario that Mary Sue created. By her fake grandparents, and mercilessly by her grandfather, while her grandmother what was going on. Absolutely disgusting. What her fake grandparents were doing to her. I mercilessly raped her. What's going on? Okay, next. Right, mention the part that the grandparents were created by Mary Sue. By her fake grandparents, created by Mary Sue, and mercilessly raped by her grandfather while grandmother knew what was going on. I feel like YouTube isn't pushing me. Oh, no, you're... I understand that. Actually, you gotta... I know. I need to get, oh, what was it? I need to get Restream up and going again, because that's pretty much like the only way I'm gonna be able to get dual streaming working again. I'll actually genuinely work on that tomorrow, because I need to get Restream up and working again. The what I was using before for dual streaming isn't working anymore, and it's like it's this little add-on for OBS called Atrium, I think, and it just simply does not let me stream to Twitch anymore. Like, audio will go through, but for some reason, like, the video will not stream to Twitch. But when I stop streaming, the VOD will be perfectly fine on Twitch, which is bizarre as hell. So it's something on Atrium's part. I gotta get Restream fixed, which I'll tell you, I'll do that tomorrow. I want to get dual streaming working again. Okay. Next. Yeah, it's weird. It's genuinely weird. Hmm. As far as Lost Empire, just watch on. Oh, okay, yeah. And I mean, yeah, I've been meaning to get it fixed anyway. It's no problem, man. However, after giving up on being saved, she kills him and feeds him to Poro. A wolf she unconsciously conjured to help her. Let's see, Red Hood. Should I wouldn't know if I would use the word conjured. Maybe manifest. Maybe manifest would be a better word. Manifest Poro to existence. Uh. Red Hood gives up being saved and kills her grandfather and feeds him to Poro. And now Poro, having a taste for human flesh, kind of was actually a pretty bad scenario. She was caught by her grandmother, who fled the scene and died after falling in a river. Yeah, when did that happen? Grandmother, before the final fight, you killed my husband and fed his remains to a wolf, and by chance I saw it all. As I was running away in tears, you've noticed me and chased, and then I slipped near the river. Ah, so she did die. The grandmother witnessed the event, died by falling into the river. So then what happens next? Red Hood's memories were erased after this event, and she was basically just basically like a little experimentation by Mary Sue herself. After undergoing a journey through nearby lands, Red Hood recovers her memories. Right. Mary Sue resets the world and erases Red Hood's memory. And set on a new adventure across different lands. Through different nearby lands. One of those lands actually which is actually in Wonderland, the Mushroom Village. Which has always kind of made me wonder, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? one of the bosses you fight in Red Hood's Woods, I think the one plant girl or whatnot that also is in like north of like the mushroom area in Wonderland. It's where you fight the giant house in Black Souls 2. That general area. It's a part taken from Elysium. Looks like. Doesn't Red Hood say something about that? Maybe. She. Let me see if I can find it. It might be on her wiki. It would be White Castle Town, Little Girl's Nightmare, Red Hood's House, Rabbit Hole. Where would it be? H Scenes, Black Souls 2. Would it be... in order to get the best ending. Maybe the Little Girl's Nightmare. That might be a way to get to it quick. Little Girl's Nightmare. In order to access this. The memories, and then talking with Red Hood. 5th memory, 6th memory. Red Hood. How to access 10 unique meetings with Red Hood. Red Hood interactions. Here we go. This is it. Found it. Right here. Special interactions. Red Beast. Lore. That is not it. Really wish I could beam the entirety of the lore into my skull and don't forget things. I wish that too. Found in Lutwich Town. Mushroom Village. Does not exist. Okay, so we don't have access to that. Unless... hang on. Black Souls 2 Red Hood dialogue. Oh, maybe 10. Good old 10. Maybe Ripon Cathedral, Mushroom Village. Here it is. Found it. Here it is. Found it. A nostalgic village, huh? Though it has changed quite a bit since last I visited. Or maybe I'm misremembering it. I don't remember it all too well. She only mentions that it's nostalgic. And that... ah, maybe. Yeah, so she did mention it. She's aware of it. It's changed quite a bit since last I visited, or maybe I'm misremembering it. I think I have a small explanation for this. Remember, Leaf is a filthy, dirty plagiarist, right? What if this is the original village, and Leaf stole this from the Crawling One, maybe? Yeah, that actually could explain it. Yeah, I just remembered that. So this is the original. Leaf definitely did that. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see, Mary Sue resets the world. Da, 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 da. My lands. Okay. Let's go back now. So after this event, likely by Mary Sue, after going through Bright Lands, Red Hood recovers her memories. The Lost Empire was yeah. The Crawling One was much more refined in their garden. Yes, more deliberate, more yeah. Right. Red Hood regains her memories, her journey. Okay. There goes the journey. Recovers her memories from the events mentioned above. Remarkably, she realizes the world she's living in is fake. After defeating her grandmother again, Red Hood appears to reunite with Poro in the outside world, but it's likely this is simply an illusion. Her grandmother being still alive is probably okay, yeah. So we could probably build on this more. Ernie. Defeats her grandmother by Mary Sue. But then we gotta remember, like, okay, so basically, she gets basically reused. Wait, um, has self-awareness. Awareness. Sorry for off-topic statement, but I'm been snacking with ramen and steak chunks with egg, and it's making this experience 77% better. Nice. It sounds really good. Let's see. She realizes the world she's living in is fake. And has self-awareness is fake. Red Hood and Poro get reused in the Lost Empire / Elysium as a prostitute. All right. So we'll just have to stick these. Now, where can we put these? Creates Red Hood. The events of Red Hood's Woods. Where can this go? It would have to be before that. Hell, it might have even been before Lewis Carroll was born. We don't even know. Let's just put it at the beginning here. Just put it somewhere. All right. Save. All right. So now we jump ahead to back to Black Souls 2. Let's see. Back to here. So let's skip back to the breeding program. Would it be under Node, I wonder? Fight against the Grand Guigno. Or would it be under Prickett, I wonder? Going one. Used to be the White Queen of Winterbell. With her subordinates laden Eunice. She was eventually asked the Crawling One for her support in creating the dream. Notes dialogue. The Crawling One made a proposition to me, a plan to produce offspring of great ones. With this land as the stage, you were locked in an endless cycle of copulation with them. So we're just calling the dream. When the Crawling One managed to infiltrate Elysium, she prevented him from destroying. Oh, so it was Node that stopped the Crawling One from flat out turning Mary Sue into a fine red mist. Let's make note of that real quick. We confront Baphomet. Baphomet makes a dying wish, allowing Crawling Chaos to take Grim back. Let's make note of this. Node. When the Crawling One managed to. Yeah. It is to prevent the Crawling One from destroying Mary Sue. Make note of that. She prevented him from destroying Mary Sue, stripping away her ability to change with the help of Prickett, and trapped her. She was probably trapped within Winterbell itself, as there would hardly be a reason for Node to come visit her once the dream had started. Node then created the Grand Guignol with Mary Sue's stripped away power. And fused it with Mary Sue's power. This is the key element in making the dream, allowing for the endless looping and preventing a failsafe in case Grimm managed to escape. The cycle system of Elysium was successfully replicated. Node strip Mary Sue of her divinity, the power of change, to reverse time, and use it to create the mechanical outer god, the Grand Guignol, so that neither. She was probably trapped in Winterbell itself, as there would hardly be a reason for Node to come visit her once the dream had started. Node then created the. Okay. Probably trapped, but we find her in Queensland in the dungeon, which used to be Winterbell. Let's not forget. Let's see. uses it to create the mechanical. And Node uses it to create the mechanical. Oh god, Aaron, we all. Oh, wrong window. Hang on a second. Wrong window. Let me see. Oops. There we go. There we go. And then, oh, let me see. No, I'm still on. I'm still on this. 1 second. There we go. Maybe a little bit better. Perfect. The message delay is the. Oh yeah. Don't worry. It's all right. There we go. Boom. This was the key element in making the dream, allowing for an endless looping that provides a fail-safe in case Grimm manages to escape. The cycle system of Elysium was successfully replicated. Okay. She then joined the dream herself. She then joined the dream herself. It is likely she initially kept residing in Winterbell, along with Lady and Eunice, where she would be visited and mated with Grimm and then pair bonded with him and fell in love with him. Just like the other nightmares and heroines. This is because it is implied she left Winterbell only after meeting Prickett. Indeed, the dialogue from the teddy bear in the dream, where this event is mentioned. What did the teddy bear say again? Winterbell noticed talking to Prickett. Oh, the memories in Winterbell. Once again, allow me to thank you for inheriting the ruling authority of this country. Talking to Prickett. Okay. Allow me to thank you for inheriting the ruling authority of this country and turning Winterbell into Queensland. Okay. Where's she? Heroines. This is because it is implied she left Winterbell after only meet. Hmm. Okay. Because it implies she left Winterbell after Prickett. The dialogue from the teddy bear where this event mentioned has Node and Prickett appear friendlier toward each other compared to where they first met. However, we know that they first met when Node was already in love with Grimm, and she mated with him even before this happened. In short, Node mated with Grimm before falling in love with him. So for the first time, Prickett. So she met Prickett. She first met Prickett afterwards. Since she transferred her authority over Winterbell to Prickett even further down the line, she must have mated with Grimm before leaving Winterbell. Okay. Shit. I'm having trouble. My brain's getting foggy already. Hmm. Hmm. We know that. Yeah, my brain's just in a total fog. Like trying to make sense of this is a monumental task. Just structuring this in order. In all genuine honesty, I think this is kind of like bad to stream because there's gonna be moments of dead air and then you're just struggling to think extremely hard. This is actually kind of a bad idea to stream this. Oh my goodness. But at the same time, like if you're decent at doing it, like you can at least get feedback from people who are watching you and whatnot. Yeah, like, it could be good and bad, but it just depends on like, you're as long as you're not in a brain fog, and you're not scatterbrained like I am right now. I'm fine with it since I'm thinking as hard as you. Yeah, I guess better in a voice chat, probably. Yeah. Man. Okay. Just okay. Let's get off of Node real quick. Hang on. Take a step back real quick. Where she visited? Let's take a look at the other facts here regarding the breeding program. Let's take a look at Prickett. Let's see if we can get a Prickett. Where are you? Prickett. Prickett, where are you? Little Girl's Nightmare. Rapunzel. Playwright Lord. Longerina. Prayer Master. Prickett! Red Isle Prickett. Here we go. Let's take a look at... There we go. Let's take a look at Prickett here. Lore. One of the entities of the crawling one eventually overcame with guilt for putting Grimm in an endless cycle of suffering. Prickett is one of the entities. He's using Grimm to produce offspring of great ones. Grimm is made to search for Alice by going through Wonderland. The crawling one's garden ends up finding and mating with the great ones disguised as Alice. After that, Grimm's memories are erased and the next cycle begins. Ad nauseum. Thanks to the Grand Guignol, the artificial great one. We know that. Grand Guignol was created by Prickett and Node by stripping away Mary Sue's powers and creating Grand Guignol. This is what I was thinking about. As the machine god capable of manipulating time and infused with Mary Sue's powers, it is the key element to making the dream. It happens for a minimum of 64 cycles, as implied, and the player starts on the 65th. That's, yeah. So this goes on for at least 64 cycles. When we first start Black Souls 2, we are in the 65th run. Let's jot this one down as like a hard point of reference here. Black Souls 2 starts with Grimm, the 65th cycle. Let's just put that down as a hard point. This is where Black Souls 2 officially starts. That's a good place to start. And it's going to be like a good cutoff point as to like for the build up to here. In fact, let's put this in bold. Bold. Bold this. Let's see. Also lose Carol. Master. There goes insane. Let's put this. Black Souls 1 begins. Boom. Bold. Put another point here. Red Hood. Wait. Events of Red Hood's Woods begins. Bold. We have the starting points of each game now written down. Now we know where we start, or where like better, like a hard like bookmark point for each important topic of what comes before or after. Okay. Nice. Yep. Probably just maybe a better idea too. Just start shooting from the hip. Start adding points, and just start building from there. Just start. We're just gonna start shooting from the hip. Rick was overcome with guilt. We're just gonna put this here and there. Let's bring Node back up. When did the Crawling Chaos get full blown Yandere again? That might have been after Prayer Master stabbed her and you and us in the back, and that allowed Leaf to steal Lewis Carroll away from the Crawling One. That might have been when she broke, and like she just went madly obsessed with love, because like when you, I guess you would expect. Wait a minute. Why did my hold on. Why did my tracking stop? That's weird. My phone just there we go. That's weird. VTube Studio minimized for a second. Anyway, you expect like a eldritch god that knows absolutely nothing of what human emotions are and what love actually is, until she met with Grimm and got to understand slowly what human emotions and love was. And then I assume, I mean, this is Black Souls. Of course they got it on. They did the horizontal mambo. That no doubt they did. Let's just say the Crawling One may have experienced pair bonding. Let's just say, for example, exactly what Node experienced too. The biological phenomenon known as pair bonding. The whenever you are intimate with someone, you become extremely emotionally attached to them. This is especially powerful with the first ever man or woman you lay with. It's especially even more powerful like with women, which is why it's extraordinarily important for women to keep their virginity, is because their ability to pair bond is so much more stronger than ours. And the obviously like the more men a woman goes with, like the less and less they're able to emotionally bond with a man, which is why like a lot of women that are just blown out whores, they it's so easy for them to be so detached, and why they're so prone to divorcing people. Biologically true, yes. It's like, why do you think so? Why do you think a lot of guys have just checked out from dating altogether? It's because there's no virginity culture anymore. Women are just so prone to cheating and leaving us and just completely treating us like trash. Bonnie Blue treatment, yeah. A little bit of Red Pill 101 for you. Let's see. And that's what makes like nodes like at the end of the story, like with Node so much more tragic, is because I remember when I said like she chose she made the ultimate she showed the ultimate form of love, which is sacrificing something for someone that she genuinely loves. She loves us so Node loved us so much that she was able to let us go because she knew it wasn't right for us to be stuck in this hell once forever. She, her ultimate form of love was letting us go, and that's just what makes it so much more sad. And that's generally something only a man shows, is our love comes in the form of sacrifice. That's how men show their true love, that how much they genuinely show their love for their woman. And it just makes me sad, knowing that we can't be with Node, because she would have been such a loving, loyal wife. And she's absolutely gorgeous too. Wait a minute. Node takes several elements from the plain doll from the game Bloodborne, such as her loyalty and devotion to the player. Yeah, I could see that, true, but she's also extremely pair bonded with us. She's just madly in love with us. Anyway, joins the dream herself. Mated with Grim. Where are we on our... Just say Node. Joins the dream herself. Crawling one breeding program. That's my terminology, the breeding program. They'll just... I know what I meant. We'll phrase it better later. Right. Pair bonds with Grim. Truly. Paul's truly in love with him. I mean, it's technically true, yeah. This time because, as I said, we're gonna shoot from the hip. We're just gonna add points of knowing here. Just left Winter Bell only after meeting Cricket. Even the as Node appeared friendlier towards. Node mated with Grimm before falling in love with him. After a few cycles. See. Stopped by Node. Calling one treats him. Node only is already in love with him at this point. Shows he bonded with Prickett at that time. Her bonds with Grimm, falls in love with him after a few cycles. When did she step down from Winterbell? Knows stated to love Grimm more and more, admiring his continuous struggle. At this time, she bonded with Prickett. Okay. Again, shooting at the hip here. Wasn't it a little bit before the dream? I don't think so. Let's take a look again. Right. It says here, she joined the Dream, which is the breeding program, after the Grand Guignol was created. It's likely she kept residing in Winterbell, where she would be visited but mated with Grimm, just like the other nightmares and heroines. It's because she is implied she left Winterbell only after meeting Prickett. No, you're good. You're good. She resided in Winterbell. Okay, another point of no, that actually helped me. It helped me remember an important point to put down. Let's see. Node. Resided in Winterbell. Visited and mated with Grimm. Let's see. Oh wait, I already have that written down. Okay, it's already there. She's like residing in Winterbell, where she would be visiting. Parabons falls truly in love with them after a few cycles. Friendlier towards each other. Doesn't like the way anyone treats him. Noda's already in love with him at this point. She bonded with Brickett over that time. Learning his continuous struggles at the time that she's bonded with Brickett. Note that Prickett can act independently. And I think she's always been able to act independently of the crawling one. But we'll go with that. But I'll go ahead and put that down. Node passes on the ruling of Winterbell to Prickett. Mabel had convinced Node to lead Grimm. You just go ahead and plop it down, whatever. Plop it down. So now we gotta worry about Mabel entering the picture here. Alright, Mei Mei. Where are you? Mei Mei. Our favorite little girl failure. Mei Mei. Precious little Mei Mei. Lore, lore, lore. And she's a massive fucking lore dump. Oh boy. Mabel is one of the great ones who were influenced by Mary Sue and her work. She holds dominion over many gardens, but the realm she seems to treasure most is her chaos dungeon. Realm by gathering and collecting various locations, such as Lost Empire, Wonderland, and Winterbell. So Mabel was around from the beginning as well. Where's she gonna fit in? Probably the beginning. She once inhabited the cosmos, but was exiled from it. Wait. Oh, Node mentions this. Library Dream, Node's dialogue after achieving ending G and meeting with Mabel. Lord Rin, you've met with her, haven't you? Yes, I recognize that scent. And I warned you not to get involved. I'm sure she must be unashamedly broken promises and told you many lies, isn't that right? She's exceedingly disappointing. Despite being the oldest, she's exiled from the cosmos. Indulging her natural laziness and neglect, she lived in unfaithfulness and immorality. Yet make no mistake, she is nothing more. Chaos Dungeons lobby, Mabel conversations, topic number 22. We are beings of all creation, hailing from the cosmos, worshipped by humans, made into idols. It may appear rather grandiose, but the Creator, without believers, is a pointless existence. Chaos Dungeon lobby, Mabel conversation number 23. Great ones can freely define the notion of being male or female. I can even be your breeding partner, really, but this form won't do. Next, I'll become a girl that will capture your soul. Or she did that in like a little tune or whatnot. She's omniscient. Tongue twister, please. Omniscient, all-powerful, and exists as an entity outside of time and space. Topic number 22. The existence that I simultaneously exists everywhere on the world line, in the past, the present, and the future. You might not believe me, but that is fact. For example, another me is drinking right about now, aged wine with some fish and chips for snacks. Unforgivable? Even knowing my mind? She calls herself Viceroy. A underground staircase on the way to Grand Guignol, number 10. Are you familiar with the Great Ones governing the 4 base elements? The Great One of Fire, the Great One of Water, the Great One of Wind. Hastur referenced? The King in Yellow? And the Great One of Earth. All of them cruel and absolutely powerful gods. All of them beings that transcend nature. Did they outright reject their invitations to Wonderland in in their egoism, or were they not invited to begin with? But no matter the cause, none of them came. However, their lust for domination is strong. They will certainly join the war of gardens. Well, they're no enemies for me, the viceroy. But if I get too full of myself, but if I get too full of myself, the idiot awakens. Proof. Oh, um, As Asasoth referenced. Well, they're no enemies for me, the viceroy. But if I get too full of myself, the idiot awakens. Poof. Then there were none. Flat out referencing Asasoth. Imagine hopping around in multiple gardens in Black Souls 3. Might might even be the case. We'll see in the future if we ever get Black Souls 3. Calls herself Viceroy and is most likely more powerful than the idiot Azazoth, who is presumably the entity Grimm encounters on the moon. Yeah, remember when you go to Oxford University, there's a telescope behind the university, and if you look into it, you get transported to the moon, and you go absolutely batshit insane. You get like over 1,000 sen or something like that. We encountered the idiot. Apparently, that was Azazoth, and is said to be capable of erasing the whole universe if they wake up. Yep, that is Azazoth. She is possibly also, just like the Lovecraftian god she is based off of, Yog-Sothoth, yeah. She's one of the many partners or consorts of the Black Goat, Baphomet. And apparently, also basically the parent of Mary Sue. Also, I recall that. Yep. Shub-Niggurath, yes. Mabel's dialogue after defeating the Old King. I should really hate you more, shouldn't I? The Black Goat was my favorite, and yet you are taking that place. You are taking that place from it. Peculiar, you've captivated my soul. Yeah, Mabel was messing around with Baphomet, and if we remember the Lovecraft family tree that Yog-Sothoth and Shub-Niggurath created. What was it? Nug and Yeb, which is supposed to be based off what Leaf is supposed to be based off of. Trying to remember where did I put it? Did I put it? I don't remember where I put that image. Damn. Hang on, let me look at this on my other screen here, so I don't pull up anything. Character info. Where is it? Where are you? Is it under downloads? Probably. Family tree. Is that it? This file is corrupted. Did I make a bookmark for it? Please tell me I was smart and I actually... That's it! Found it. There it is. Nugger Yub, yep. Shub-Niggurath, Yog-Sothoth. Is it showing up properly in OBS? Damn it. There we go. Yep, Shub-Niggurath, Yog-Sothoth. And we get Leaf, Mary Sue. That was what that was. I recall the tree, yep. Okay. Getting it. I'm getting all over the place here. Right, we were on Mabel. Right. May May. Now, where would she go on the tree, though? May is we have to think extra hard where to put her. It's like this is like gonna have to be before Red Hood's Woods. Like a lot, or well, like some of her influence even starts before then. All right, you know what? We're getting way too ahead of ourselves here. Just focus on one character at a time. That's what we need. What we need to do here. Focus. Okay. At this time, she bonded with Prickett. Passed the ruling on Winterbell. Okay, we know that. No, took the appearance of a white rabbit and left for the library dream. By the time the 65th, as likely part of the plan, by the time the 65th, most of Wonderland is filled with her children of Grimm. Is hinted by the birth ending. Building a lore chart is hard work. Yeah, it's a mind fuck. As I said, shoot from the hip, and then we'll reorganize later. And she can't leave the library. She is unable to leave the library. Otherwise, the crawling chaos would catch on to something may be up. She may be stuck there because of her role in the dream. Or by the time many heroines break character often. Instead, she might be reluctant to leave because she's protected in the library and dream. The Prickett mentions a place where the crawling one can't see. This place is described to be tiny and is reached by Prickett and Node by simply taking a walk. Preferably Winterbell, soon to be Queensland, and the library would fit the description. Moreover, Cheshire Cat implies her intercourse with Grimm would be unseen by the crawling one. And there are no other realistic candidates. It's never explicitly confirmed. Alright. Note is willingly allowing her children to be killed by Graham to prolong the dream and her time with him. There's even some evidence towards some of them not even being his offspring. Wait, what about March Hare? Oh, right, Lorana. Yeah, obviously Lorana is not related because it's actually just Lorana Liddell. What about March Hare, though? What's up with March Hare? Why is she not a candidate for being one of the daughters of one of the offspring of Node and Grimm? What's up with this? Oxford, probably just walked there. Appearing in White Castle Town might seem like an impressive feat, but they probably just walked there after Grimm paved the way or have slipped out of Winterbell. Yeah, that genuine. How are they there in Winterbell? How did they get there? Genuine fucking question. That genuinely has me stumped here. And Dormouse tasked by jump. The Tea Party in Oxford is an allusion to the original one, abruptly stopped once by Mary Sue snatched Lewis Carroll from Wonderland. Wait. That's Mary attending are Hada Hyga, the March Hare, and the Dormouse, tasked by Jub Jub to not let anyone enter the sick clock tower. Among them, Hyga seems to be the only one interested in having sex with Grimm, though she's just as cryptic as her companions. Again, Hada appearing in White Castle Town might seem like an impressive feat, but they probably just walked there after Grimm paved the way, or have slipped out of Winterbell. How did they slip out of Winterbell under the prying eyes of the Crawling One? The latter would also explain... Oh! I could explain... I just realized. Ending G, when we beat the shit out of the crawling chaos, that weakens the Crawling One to the point where we're able to go to Winterbell and fuck up the Grand Guignol once and for all, since the Crawling One is now fucked off to lick their wounds and recover their strength. That gives us ample opportunity to break the very thing that's causing us to loop infinitely. That's why the Crawling Chaos isn't there to stop us if we were to leave Wonderland. Yeah. It's because it's only after ending G we're allowed to even go to Winterbell. Like, the door is open. That's because the Crawling Chaos isn't there to interfere with us if we were to try and escape. So that also kind of would explain how the Mad Hatter and the March Hare got there as well. They were able to slip out as well. The latter would also explain how they know about the Grand Guignol. In White Castle Town, Hyga, after lighting Winterbell's bonfire, Winterbell is the Health Eater. She did mention that. Okay, we're learning some new stuff. We're connecting some new dots here. And that's why these characters appear even if Hada and Hyga have been raped or killed. However, some of their dialogue does not imply that Winterbell might have been more accessible in the past. Wait, what? Endless Tea Party, Hada and Dormouse's dialogues after reaching Covenant 3 with Hada. The Fad Chaser, Hada is 3,000 times sensitive to the trending tea. One day we'll spread the Winterbell tea all around the plain once more. Dormouse. Never. Absolutely not. There's already icicles forming on my nose. The latter would explain how they know about the Grand Guignol and why these characters even appear, even if the Mad Hatter and March Hare have been raped or killed. Wait, do they really appear there? Still appear there if they've been thrown in the dungeon? Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to have to investigate this later. I need to fire up Black Souls 2 and deliberately go out of my way, throw all three of these guys in the rape dungeon, and then go to Winterbell and see if Mad Hatter and March Hare are there at the White Castle Town. If that's true. I need to confirm that for myself later. I'm going to make a note of that. Hold on. Let's see. Confirm for later. Throw Mad Hatter and March Hare in the dungeon and see if they appear in White Castle Town. Winterbell. I'm making a note of that. Boom. Save. Okay. We're making a note of that later. All right, let's continue here. Just like the rest of the Endless Tea Party attendees, she drops a different soul when she's killed in her zero sen. Wait a minute. Oh god, that's her. All right, that's what she looks like in the little girl's nightmare. That's her true form. This absolute whore. She drops a different soul when she's killed in her zero sen form. Since it's so rare and so also shared by all the other members of the Endless Tea Party specifically, it's unlikely to be an oversight. This might suggest that the characters they appear to be and the ones that can be fought are different entities. This might be further reinforced by Node's dialogue after Dormouse's killing spree. Right. After Dormouse's killing spree, that special event that I showcased. To begin with, no one was here, right? It's like it never even happened. This might... Wait. That the characters they appear to be and the ones that can be fought are different entities. It's further reinforced by Node's dialogue. Even more, Hada and Marchhair have the same appearance regardless of sen when they are met in Winterbell. Oh, you're right. Right. When in Wonderland, when you can see them in their demon beast form, even in the overworld sprites when you're at zero sen in overworld, but I guess at zero sen when you're in White Castle Town, they're still in their normal forms. Okay, that's intriguing. Even more, Hada and Hyga have the same appearances regardless of sen when they are met in Winterbell. Admittedly, this is never confirmed explicitly. Bunny sisters. My elder sister was crazy about sex too. She got herself a whole collection of man chairs and she was doing them all day, every day like this. It seems that Hyga and Mary are role-playing as sisters? Wait. Oh, Mary the prostitute? Wait a minute. The bunny whore prostitute that was with Detective Holmes at the start of Ludwig? Mary mentions having a missing younger sister. Ludwig Town. Mary after Progression 5. I've done too many inhuman things myself. My just desserts may be on their way too. I wish to at least find my lost younger sister before I die. I did not know these two were related. Whoa, 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 whoa. I genuinely didn't know that. Yeah, Mary. This bitch. Her. Her and Marchhair are related? Okay. Wait. It seems our role-playing as sisters. Mary mentions having a missing younger sister. Meanwhile, Marchhair mentions an older sister of hers having a reverse harem. Hyga during her bunny suit H scene, which I forgot to showcase. I forgot to showcase the damn bunny suit from Winterbell, and I'm going to correct that in a future stream. I will correct that. I will showcase the bunny suit. I did a cardinal fucking sin not showcasing that because we didn't get to see bunny suit Node and that wonderful sex scene, which I can't show. Which is in line with Mary's obsession with sex. This might also explain what Mary means when she claims to have done some inhuman things in the past. How dare you? I know, I committed a cardinal sin in Black Souls. not showcasing it. Reverse harem. My elder sister was crazy about sex too. She got herself a whole collection of man chairs and was doing them all day, every day like this. They're further linked by being children of Grimm, hatching from the same egg in the birth ending, appearing together twice in Winterbell, and being thematically similar characters, both being sex-craving women in a bunny suit. Don't wanna? Oh. Right. Of course, it's clear from the birth ending that they are sisters, but this sheds some light on the role they're playing. March Hare's design and character are loosely based off the March Hare from Lewis Carroll's novel Alice in Wonderland. In particular, she shares the March Hare's rejection of social norms. Syphilis is caused by bacterium of the Trypanemia. Oh my god, yeah, we have a spell called Trypanemia. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh my god. Trypanemia. Yeah. Syphilis. This. And we have a spell called Trypanemia. So wait, every time we've been using that spell, we've been giving enemies syphilis? Oh my god, that's awful. That's incredible. Oh, that's vile. That is absolutely vile. Making love with March Hare was initially supposed to give the player an STD status effect. This idea was scrapped because it was too much trouble. Wait a minute. 13. Grimm is just holding his hand within his 13. Additional scene for the STD. Wait. When given a bunny suit as a present, she happily puts it on and seductively teases. There was a scrapped idea where making love would cause the status effect STD, but it was dropped because it was too much trouble. Toro, the creator of the game, on his Fantia. Oh my, Toro confirmed it. Oh wait, I don't know if I should be on there. I don't know if I should be on that. Whoop. I am abort. We don't want to be on. Whoopsie. We don't want to go on Fantia while we're streaming. Dodged a ball. Oh man. Wait. No, we just want to back. We just want to go back. Holy risk. Yeah. That is incredible. Too much trouble because it was a pain in the ass mechanic, or probably because, or I guess that's implying it would have been a pain in the ass mechanic to deal with. Okay. Anyway. It was supposed to give an STD. After kissing March Hare, she responds with, Je vous aime. Roughly, I love you. Is that French? Yeah. I guess that's French. I love translates to I love you, but depends on the context. Yeah, it is French. It's French. God, how romantic of her. What makes this in particular special is how Haga uses Vos instead of te, whilst Jevant translates to I love you, is quite uncommon in the context and is typically used to refer to a group of people. I love you all. This suggests that Haga is aware of is aware of Grimm being more than one person. Okay, that's good. This right here is good. Wait, am I even showing that properly? Where is my damn OBS? Trivia. I'm not even showing it. Right here. Okay, there we go. Okay. You're gonna call it? Okay. In the morning, the stream was fun. No problem, man. Thanks for stopping. I'm actually probably gonna call it soon, and also anyway. All right. But yeah, have a good night, memes. Thank you for stopping in. Really enjoyed you being here. I'm glad I can provide some entertainment and actually learn some more things about Black Souls. But yeah, have a good night, man. Merry Christmas, by the way. It's quite uncommon to suggest that March Hare is aware of Grimm being more than one person. That is good. Despite this, Hyga still counts as having sex with Grimm as having sex with one person. Merry Christmas, memes. Have a good night, man. If one believes that Hada being undead references Grimm and Hyga being a rabbit references Prayer Master the Dormouse might be a reference to Alice. This is coherent with her being possessed by Pricket, the crawling one. Oh, right. It might be referenced in one of the dialogues. The one discovered in the jungle, a human, or a beast, or a meaningless Alice. Wondrous human drama brought by the Endless Tea Party. Weird. Multiple Hygas can be found standing around Winterbell. They're usually accompanied by Marys, and in one instance, a Dormouse and Hada. Oh. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting way ahead of ourselves here. We're getting sidetracked. Like evidence of there's some evidence towards some of them not even being his offspring. She occasionally allows Grimm to give up his search for Alice, but even doing so is reset by the Grand Guignol. After the Crawling One is defeated, and his control over Winterland becomes weakened, Grimm manages to escape to the past version of Winterbell and defeat the Grand Guignol, prompting Node and Dinah to take on the Crawling One to buy Grimm time to escape. Okay, so yeah, we're getting into the events of the game now. Okay. There are no other realistic candidates. Okay. Occasionally lost ground, okay. Okay. Oh wait, so this one actually goes here. There. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Um, as I said, this is kind of a meh idea to stream, but you know. Yep. Okay. Well, with that, I will catch you guys later. I'll think of something to stream while I've still got some time off from work. We'll think of something fun. I'll try and get my dual streaming back and working tomorrow. And have a good night. Merry Christmas, and I will catch you guys later. All right. Bye. Have a good night. Merry Christmas, everybody.